Hey, welcome. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. I got another relationship reading here. Got all the cards out. Can tell you right away this is a new relationship or one that's about to start. This isn't like something that's old and done and whatever. One of you is a lawyer type, so intelligent, multi-talented. You're probably both multi-talented, but one of you is more like a linear thinker, black or white, or you might actually be an Aries again. Aries. It's Aries day. Aries Aquarius Relationship. Look at that. AA, double A, triple A. Top notch, top quality. I don't know why I said that, you guys. I'm sorry. These readings today have been so brutal. Please, have patience with me for this. This is like a tall drink of water after wandering through the desert for me. Just as far as my morning's gone. This is beautiful. I love this. I'm excited for you guys. This is magical. This is my magician card, by the way, and my Four of Swords there. So you're both going to be multi-talented in society as far as what you do, but you're very different. You're very different, but this is very... I feel like it's confusing for the both of you right now. One of you still has to let go of someone from your past for good. And it's the one that is the lawyer here. The lawyer is very, everything is by the book. You don't break the laws. You don't jaywalk. um, that's the one that's having a harder time walking away. Maybe that is our Aquarius. With the lawyer, they're very bright, but they're also very unforgiving. So if there's something that you might have done in the past to hurt their feelings, it might take them a long time to get over it. But I don't think that's happened with you or anything. It's more of them being in that space in their own hero's journey where they have to walk away from the toxic family, the toxic friends, the toxic ex, and they're not exactly sure how to do it, but they're ready to try. They're ready to try. And they're ready to do it. So that's a good sign. On the other side here, what's kind of holding you back, if you're this one and you work in law or you're a teacher or a professor or something like that, or a proofreader or an accountant or something where you make sure everything is being done correctly. I don't know, you could be a CEO. Over here we have a gypsy, so more free-spirited, more open-minded. It's life is a gray area, it's all the colors of the rainbow. It's not black or white. Very intuitive, loves travel and adventure, where maybe this one likes travel and maybe vacation. Like this one likes adventure, this one likes vacation. I don't know, they both like vacation, but do you know what I'm saying? A fear of making a mistake is keeping the more free-spirited one from initiating this relationship for real. So I think maybe y'all are just kind of thinking of each other. Just thinking of each other here. You've thought about it. You've thought about each other. You've imagined what it would be like to be together as a couple, like not just sexually, but as a couple. You've both thought about what it would look like to be committed. You've, you've both thought about what your children would look like. And maybe even one of you did that thing. Is there a thing where you put in your faces or something and it shows you, like if you put in two celebrities and it shows what their baby would look like if they had a baby? Like, I don't know. Can you do that for regular people too? Maybe they did that. Or you're both like celebrities or well known or content creators, but in different, like if you both have YouTube channels, one's on like the law side, we're going to talk about the law and open up the book. What's the law? And on the other side, it's like more like mine, probably. There's divine timing there, here, with don't force it and trust yourself. So this person may have had to or will have to really make a heart over head decision, and that's hard for them. Or with release here, it could be that they just haven't quit that bad habit that they know you don't deserve to deal with. Whatever it is, toxic behaviors, they are aware that they're not going to bring that into this. For the gypsy, Chinatown, it's a dirty job, but someone has to do it. So you're both powerful people. You're both powerhouses and maybe even both teachers, but totally different. You both have very stressful jobs, or the burdens that your job or boss places on your back keep you pretty busy. Or it's a family, and how are you going to get together? What do you really have in common that's going to work so well? Is that you're both honest people. That's awesome. You're both honest people. What you got going against you kind of for this relationship, the challenge here is that it is a bit of a gamble. Like you're both going to have to make a heart over head decision. And it's not easy for either of you. But God, it's worth it. I feel like it's going to start small. But you both want the same thing. This is like what you have in common. The Magician and the Four of Swords. You're both done with drama. You're both done with letting other people dictate what you do in your life. You are sick of being, of the world and not in the world or something. You're both in a place where you understand that you create the world you live in, and you both have the tools, the know-how, and maybe finally the peace of mind to do that, where you are allowing yourself love. Maybe you didn't have time for love, or it's just something about allowing love after a heartbreak, or allowing this magic to happen and allowing each other to go with the flow, but from a place of grace and peace and a feeling of freedom and gratitude. Those are incredible things to have in common. How do I know? How do you know? How will I know? How will I know? How do I know if she really loves me? How do I know if he really loves me? Whitney Houston been trying to come through a lot this week. Love you, Whitney, wherever you are. How will you know? They won't try to hold you back. They don't want to tie you down. They won't try and pressure you into anything sexually that you don't feel comfortable with. They will make you feel like the most beautiful girl in the world. What is that song? Make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you ever loved. Yes, Rihanna. This is like they're gonna make you feel like Rihanna if you don't already. Or they're gonna make you start like writing love songs and poetry. And it's gonna make you feel beautiful again. And even if you're a man, they're gonna make you feel like the most beautiful man in the world. This sax music comes on. This kind of sexy music. They're gonna make you feel beautiful and sexy. Like a virgin. Ooh. It might start off with like a little sexy time texting back and forth. Or it did like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing right now? That's a clue. What not to do? Oh. Don't fight the feeling. Don't pretend like you don't feel it. Like, what if you're both like too cool and you pretend like you're not feeling it? Even though you've already initiated some sort of a flirting, from what I can tell. Don't, well, it says don't force it. So, there is some divine timing there. Like I said, take it slow. But whatever made you think you had to be like a martyr in your last relationship is not going to apply. They're not going to, I don't know what you had to deal with in the past, but they're not going to be with you and thinking about someone else or looking at someone else or entertaining any other relationships. So don't worry about that. What did I say? What do you have going against you? Is there anything? Oh, Hangman again. Princess of Swords in reverse. Oh my god. If it's not one thing, it's another. There's some sort of defensive ex that they're dealing with, or someone in their family, and it's, well, they have a rotten kid, or you have a rotten kid. It's nothing that you can't deal with, but you're both feeling exhausted and hung out to dry, like, by the world in general. You have that in common. But I asked what you had going against you. A different perspective? Maybe so the different perspective and why it might be a gamble is because you're from completely different echelons of society or existence or tax bracket. Am I getting there? Yep. So on one side, their family's gonna judge you for being different. On their side, the family's gonna judge them for being different. Judgment. It's everybody else's, though. It's not y'all's. So who cares? But I guess someone cares because it came up. I don't think you all care. I think they care. I think if you establish that it only matters what you want and what they want, if you establish that and agree on that, I think with the Magician and the Four of Swords, that's confirmation that you can and you shall. And if you're like, what was this is either your ex or their ex, but I'm just seeing someone who's so petty. Who's so petty, like if they said the wrong thing to them, they'd go like key their car or put sand in their gas tank, like childish, petty, bad-minded, dark-hearted. I don't know. Just like super naive and I'm just shaking my head. So it shouldn't be too hard to release that person for them. It just hasn't happened yet. It's not like, oh, I can't let them go. It's not that. That's not what it is. Yeah. So don't force it, meaning don't be like, oh, I know that this is too forward, but can we go out? Like, don't do any of that. I think the flirting back and forth, it's kind of appropriate right now. If you feel it's appropriate, if you're like, I don't think that's appropriate, and you get like some sort of unsolicited pic, this is not that reading. This is not your reading. Maybe check out another one, but this is for someone who is starting to fall in love with someone, and that person is starting to fall in love with them. It's like this feeling is so, it's not even going to be a choice at all. Two of Swords, Two of Cups. This ain't no choice at all. So, like, metaphorically, this relationship, you two, it's like two, I don't know, maybe you go to the same class or you're coworkers or you see each other somehow from afar, from across the room, and your eyes meet and something happens and there's attraction, and then you start texting and it's like, but it feels free and good. Yeah, there's like a sexual attraction there, but it's not, oh, I want to do something to you and then never call you again. This is like, I think that's wifey. I think that's husband or daddy or whatever or whatever. But it's not even going to be a choice at all. So when the time is right, it's right. It's like, it feels like two people who are friends who are playing together, like their inner child gets along, when they're like in a field in the mountains in a beautiful meadow, and they look at each other and laugh and they realize, oh my God, we're in love. And it's like, oh, and the sun shines, but it kind of starts raining and sprinkling, and like they laugh, and it's like a romantic comedy, but and it's raining a little bit, but then there's a rainbow too. It's just like, and everything smells fresh and beautiful and exciting and new. And then you make love under a big, beautiful weeping willow tree. I don't know where that came from. But this is the romantic comedy that you never thought would happen in your life with a happy ending. So don't force it. Keep up the flirtation, even if you know that they haven't taken that final step. They're doing it. They're doing it. They just might be behind in work and it's bleeding into their life. But they want a long-term legacy. And if they don't want it with you yet, they're about to. Like, they want you and you want them. Start there. Aries, Aquarius. I think this is a budding romance. And if it's not, and you've been together for a while, it's about to be reignited. And it's like, y'all never parted. Okay, Aries, Aquarius. I'm going to leave it there. They're going to make you feel like you're the only girl in the world. And if that's not it, this is not your reading. And I'm not saying there's like marriage and children, but I don't know, maybe marriage and children. But don't worry about that. I mean, your children are going to be beautiful, by the way. Stunning, beautiful. Not a shocker, maybe, but divine timing. The universe making its intention known that the two of you are going to fall in love and be together. So go with the flow, don't force it. And if they kind of come forward and back off a little, just understand that it's because of all this other stuff. If it's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, hang in there. You'll get there. All right, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And like I said, it won't be a question. It won't be a decision at all. It's just like, oh yeah, that's it. Locked in. Yin to the yang. Big spoon, little spoon. I like, you know, I was just gonna say someone likes the pizza crust and somebody likes the other part. It's like you just complement each other and you have fun, and it's like that romantic comedy scene in the mountain meadow where you look at each other and it rains a little and you laugh and then you kiss and a rainbow comes out and happily ever after. It might seem risky, but it's a risk that you should take. Heart over head decision. Follow your intuition and listen to your heart, okay? Okay? All right, I'm going to let you go. See you for the next one. Bye-bye.